Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I am Jazzy P. Today is January. Well, it's after the New Year. So, Happy New Year and happy holidays to everyone. Welcome back to the channel, to those of you who've been here before, and welcome to those of you who are new. So, the last time we spoke, I talked about a weight stall, right? I had hit a plateau, and that's not uncommon, right? And I told you a few things I was going to do to try to get back on track. Well, the very next month, I was back to losing weight because if you're losing, you're winning. Okay, if you're not gaining, you're winning, right? Okay, so what happened was I upped the protein and I upped my exercises. And let me just explain what I do when I exercise. I have an exercise bike, so I ride the bike for 11 minutes. Just once a day. I'm going to up that soon, but we'll talk about that in another video. So I upped it from 10 minutes to 11 minutes at the advice of my nutritionist. And I highly suggest that if you can afford a nutritionist, and you should check your insurance to see if it's covered by your insurance. My nutritionist and dietitian are covered by my insurance. And so I have a standing appointment every 30 days with the nutritionist, and he gives me lots of guidance. Shout out to Nelson. Also, if you can't do that, talk to your doctor, and you should have a good relationship with your doctor so that you can discuss these things, suggestions. And if your doctor is not well versed in weight loss on GLP-1, there are other resources. Reach out to someone, get a buddy or whatever, but don't try to do it on your own if you are struggling. If you don't have a choice, you can just do the best you can. Now, what I'm telling you worked for me, and everybody is different. All right. So what my nutritionist and I discussed was that I would move my exercise on the exercise bike from 10 minutes to 11 minutes. And on my walk every day, I don't time it necessarily. I walk around the building where I live, a certain amount of area, right? So I walk around the building 3 times. I do three laps. So I increased that to 4. After I do the walk, then I would go up and down a flight of 22 stairs, up and down, right? Up and down, up once, down once, down to a number of 3 times, right? Both ways. And I increased that to 4. Now, the thing about the walk, I have my 5-pound weights, and I'm walking the laps and the stairs with the 5-pound weights. Now, those 5-pound weights add a little something to that walking. It's not just a simple walk. It just goes to show you that you don't have to do anything strenuous, anything excessive, but that it does work your cardio and your muscles. And I definitely see the difference in my legs. My legs are definitely stronger. I have noticed that I walk faster. I have increased speed. So, and I do have a little shortness of breath, meaning showing that I'm working. The exercise is working when I come down those stairs for the last time. And trust me, I'm ready to stop. But I come inside and I do 50 leg lifts, on my feet to work my calf muscles. And then I do some 20 half lunges on each leg. Then I stretch. And that is helping me tremendously. Now, in another video for intentions of 2026, my 2026 intentions, we're going to talk about how that's going to increase. This is just how it increased for me to break the weight stall, the plateau, in 30 days. Okay. And I kept up with the protein, You have to do that. The more you work out, you have to readjust your level of protein that's needed. And that is something you have to do slowly. It's not something you can just jump right into. Just like with the fiber. Fiber, they want you to have 25 to 30 grams of fiber per day. And if you're not used to eating fiber, you definitely, even if you are, you don't want to just start out with 25 or 30, just right off the rip. You got to build yourself up to that. And I'm able to do that. There's lots of ways to do that, with the low carb tortillas when you're making sandwiches. That has a lot of fiber in it. The Greek yogurt has fiber in it. Lots of things, fiber-rich breads that are still low in carbs, if you watching your carbs, right? But there are fiber-rich breads, not just sprouted breads. There are some really good brands out there that are good, very tasty, and loaded with fiber. And the usuals: chia seeds, beans, green beans, black beans, so on and so forth. We could talk about all of that. I think we talked about that before. And if you want me to go more in depth with fiber and ways to get your fiber, your 25 to 30 grams of fiber every day, hey, leave a comment down below and I can do a video for you on just getting all your fiber in, all the fiber you need in a day, every day. I can do that. So if you want me to do that, just leave a comment below and I'll make one. All right, so the next month after I stalled, and I'm telling you all the things I did, and I lost 2 pounds. Now, my nutritionist thought, well, maybe we can move the goals back. I said, no, we're not going to move the goalposts. I had to fight for my life for those 2 pounds, but I did it. And that just speaks to possibilities. I'm telling you, if you lose a half a pound after a stall, that is progress. So as long as you work on it and you try to make the necessary adjustments, it's progress, and it will improve. It will continue to improve. Now, right after that came Thanksgiving and Christmas. It wasn't that I ate a whole lot, because I didn't, but because I'm in between that muscle gain and the stall, I was going between, I'll say I'm still going between the 4 pounds, losing, gaining, and because my body's trying to figure out what to do. And that just means I need to be more consistent. Stay consistent. The holidays threw me off a little bit in terms of my sleep. And we all know how important getting enough sleep is to that cortisol and your weight loss. I was so busy outside of the home and not getting enough sleep and enough rest. I couldn't drink all my water with all of the programs and responsibilities that I had. And I'm not making excuses. I'm just telling you what happened, and so that you don't make the same mistakes. No matter what, we have to show up for ourselves. And that's where I am now. And showing up for yourself means doing all the things necessary so you can be successful. And that means showing up consistently. And we can't let life distract us, So sometimes we have to just say no. Or get up earlier, stay up, I don't want to say stay up later, but you got to get your stuff in and you got to make it happen. And it's just what I said, showing up for yourself. And that is what I am committed to. You'll hear more about that in my 2026 intentions, right? And I say intentions and not resolutions, because intentions are things you really intend to do internally. And if you intend to do it, and you make a promise to yourself, you need to keep the promises to yourself, just like you keep promises to other people. Keep promises to yourself. That's very, very important as we go along this journey. And that is something that I need to definitely take heed to. All right. So where am I with my weight loss? How much weight have I lost? How much weight? By the end of 2025, I was down 75 pounds. I'm celebrating that 75. Now, I must say, if you were here with me from the beginning of 2025, you know that my goal was to lose 100 pounds. Am I sad about this 75? Absolutely not. With the trials and tribulations and all the things, are you kidding me? 75 pounds is great. And I love it. So I'm definitely celebrating that. Okay. So that was good. Now with that 5 pound weight loss, let me tell you, my A1C has improved. Can't remember the numbers right off the top of my head. And I don't have that paperwork with me. I'll find out. Again, I'll take another A1C test in March. All right. My doctor, previously took me off. I was on 3 blood pressure medications. She took me off one earlier in 2025. And recently, she reduced a second one in half. So if that's not progress, I don't know what is. And I'm telling you all of this so that you know you got to weigh your progress not only by the scale. There are many ways to weigh your progress. And one of my goals also is to get off all the medication, right? All the blood pressure medication. Because, it messes with your liver. So I'm on my way. I'm on the fast track to get that done. That means I'm being consistent with my diet. And I encourage everyone to be consistent with your diet, okay? And I couldn't do this if I wasn't just sacrificing a few things so that I can relearn how to introduce those things into my diet later. You just got to do it for a short period of time, whether that be 1 year, 6 months, 3 months, I don't know, 4 years. You got to show up for yourself if you have this goal of getting off this medication or whatever it is. No matter how long it takes for you to reach your goal, do it for you. Do it. You do all the things for all the people. You got to do something for you. All right. So let's talk about personal progress and milestones. Like I said, not just the scale, but let me tell you what has also happened. I have taken notice of the fact, listen, I can tie my own shoes. There was a time when I had to have my husband or my son tie my shoes. I can tie my own shoes. I am so proud of the fact that I don't have to ask somebody else to tie my shoes for me. If that's you, you can be like me. You can set that as a goal because that's a big thing to tie your own shoes. A big thing. I had to buy some new clothes. I'm not buying a whole bunch of new clothes, but I had a few engagements I had to attend and I needed to buy clothes. And what a good feeling it was to try to figure out what my new size was. And those clothes are still looser. It is different. It's different. And it just means that, you know what? I'm headed in the right direction. So the scale doesn't always say everything. That means you're losing inches. Sometimes you lose inches instead of pounds. Other ways to see your progress, right? Also, I have increased mobility. And let me tell you, in the shower, you have those things the little scrub brushes to reach down your back. I can get my arm all the way around from underneath and go further up my back. That was a surprise. And when I noticed that, I almost cried in the shower. I don't know which one is bigger, being able to wash my own back without that scrubber or tie my own shoes without assistance. Both of those are incredible milestones to me. I don't know what you think about it, but it's big for me. And one more thing, self-confidence. My confidence is back. Not that I think I look so good. Not that the compliments people are giving me are so wonderful. I just feel more like me. I think I look like the girl I feel like on the inside. And it just comes out. It comes across that way. I'm more excited about waking up. I feel so good when I wake up and I can't help myself. I just say every morning, "Ooh, I feel so good today." Like it's a surprise to feel this good. I didn't really know I was feeling so bad until I felt so good and present. I never thought I was hiding, but now I feel like I must have been because I just feel so wonderful. And I want this for you. I want this for everyone. I think everybody deserves to be their best self. And remember, this channel it was started and it's always been about living the life you want to live. Now there are many, many things going on in business as well, but I'm going to save that for another video. I want to thank everybody who took the time to watch this video. If you have any questions, any suggestions, any shout outs for me, I take all encouragement. Please leave your comments at the bottom below. Please give this video a thumbs up. It's free. And subscribe to the channel. Hey, and when you get a minute, watch my shorts. I have some taste tests up and I have some more coming this week. And later this week, in a day or two, we're going to get into our 2026 intentions. What we plan to do this year, what we are going to make happen. Because you know what? You don't let things happen to you. You make things happen for you. With that said, seek joy. As long as you seek joy, you will surely find it. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.